Well, it's 2:30. What is it? No. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. So it's a little earlier than I wanted to check these because I'm getting called into work. Well, they asked me if I'd come in, and I said yes. But I wanted to show you because this shoulder roast and chuck roast are looking real good, even though it's not quite 12 hours yet. But I wanted to give you a peek at it because I won't be able to take them out right at 12 hours like I had hoped. Oh man, they look wonderful. I'll have something wonderful to come home to. Get out of the way of the light here. I really think I could probably do without the added water when I look at this, because there's a lot more juice in there now than there was when I started. I'm really wanting to try that because people keep asking me, do you add water or not? And I always thought you were supposed to, but I looked it up online recently and they said you can or you can't. So I'm going to try it without it the next time. Anyway, I gotta go. Alright, I got back a little bit early. I already switched it over to warm. It was on low for 14 hours. But I had a plate already because the first thing I did when I got back, I was hungry and I got some and I was too tired to grab my camera. But first thing I did when I got back is I had a plate because my wife was awake and I went and enjoyed some time with her. And I wanted to show you how it came out though. It's been sitting warm now for a couple of hours. I think it's, what time is it now? I have no idea. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. Let's take a look. You can see we've had most of the chuck roast already. Which was the one that was on top. Look how tender this is though. I mean, just little pieces come off because it's so tender I can't pull a big chunk off. I have to really get underneath the meat and cradle it, or it'll just fall right apart. Let's get some of the fat from that chuck roast. This Florida weather is so crazy. It's still cool enough for me to have my coat on, but in a few minutes it's going to be hot out here. This is the only way to eat. It's so tender and juicy. I can't stop eating it even though the battery's dying. Not bad for a $20 crock pot. When these went in, they were frozen solid, so it doesn't matter about defrosting and all that. People keep telling me it's got to be room temperature or something. Now that might have to do with steaks, but I find that frozen they come out even better. So a lot of this stuff is just conjecture. Somebody else said it and they all agree with it. You can make really delicious meat really fast, really easy in these things, and you can have it ready when you're ready. I was disappointed there was no shoulder bone in that shoulder roast. I missed that marrow. It's so wonderful. I don't even know what part of the cow this is, but London broil sounds like it's supposed to be broiled. I'm going to cook it in the crock pot anyway. Fixing to head out to work, but I wanted to make sure I had something good to eat when I came back. I still got the juice in there from the shoulder roast and chuck roast I made yesterday. Doesn't look like a very fatty piece of meat. I've also got a Porterhouse going for tonight. That's how I keep going. Just gotta keep that meat hot. Might as well share some of the rest of my ritual with you. I had to get my hat on. It's getting cold out here. It 50 degrees already. It's going to be down in the low 40s while I'm working this evening. Taking some more iodine. I'm going to have some eggs with this Porterhouse too. People that keep asking about what iodine I use. Hopefully you can see that. I'll put a link in the description though, because I get it from Amazon. It's called Zenhaus, Z-E-N-H-A-U-S, high potency dual form iodine supplement with selenium. 200 tablets. Costs about $40 a bottle, but it lasts a long time. This is part of my nightly ritual. This is my morning really, but it is almost midnight. My relight to start off. I put a scoop and a half lately because I just need the extra magnesium. I get leg cramps if I don't. All this extra exercise I've been doing. I mean, this job, I'm telling you, is non-stop exercise. I wish I could show you more video of what it's like when I'm working, but they don't like us recording inside. So I use club soda for my first drink, and then all night long I'm just drinking spring water with salt added, my Soleil water. If you haven't seen my Soleil water video, you need to check that out, how I make salted water or salinated water, which is what Soleil water is, and I put 1 ounce to 1 liter, and this is a 2 liter, almost a 2 liter bottle, so there's almost 2 ounces of Soleil water in there. People have asked me why don't I spread out the iodine tablets throughout the day. I'll never remember to take them if I do it that way. I know me. And while I'm waiting sometimes, you can see I've been chewing on this butter. Love butter now. Not sure it loves me, but I love it. Somebody said they're not making this from cream. The ingredients still say they're making it from cream. Ingredients: pasteurized cream, salt, contains milk. So I don't know who's getting that information or where they're getting that information from, that Kerrygold's not making their salted butter right. I've heard their unsalted butter, they're using skim milk, but I read the package at Walmart yesterday and it didn't say skim milk on it, so maybe they can say whatever they want to say. I don't doubt that. But I usually have about that much butter before I go every day too. But lately, that's kind of new. That's kind of new though. I realize if I don't point it out that I haven't been doing that all along, people will think, oh, he's been doing that ever since the beginning. I didn't have butter for the first year of doing this. I couldn't wait for my steak to be done. I needed some eggs. I'm hungry already. I got to use a to-go container because I'm in a hurry. As soon as this steak is done, I'm going to have to chop it up and throw it in here so I can eat it on the way to work. So I got the crock pot going on low. Got my air fryer going with my Porterhouse. Got to leave in 20 minutes. Got to make sure I got everything I need for tonight. I got my gloves. Got my headset. Got my phone. Do I have my phone? Yeah, I got my phone. Got to have something to listen to while I'm doing all that work. Got my water. I need to go ahead and drink this now so I won't have to drink before or after I eat. I know I just ate the eggs, but sometimes you gotta make exceptions, I guess. This is essentially my coffee. I do use unflavored for those who keep asking if I use flavored relight. I don't use flavored. I don't want extra ingredients. I just want the electrolytes. Now, I did get some flavored relight because they were kind enough to send me like some trial stuff to, I guess they want me to advertise their flavored stuff. And my wife and my son like it a lot. So it's better than them drinking soda. I just have to remind them you don't need too many electrolytes either. Get diarrhea if you take too many electrolytes. But if you're burning through them like I am, you need some. You know, even though it's unflavored, it still has a taste that I love. My son says it tastes like baking soda. I don't think it tastes like baking soda. This is gonna look sacrilegious. But I am in a hurry. I am using food scissors to cut my steak up. Oh, I forgot I just shaved. Delicious. Yeah, boy. Get that fat. Ooh, I got 3 minutes. Porterhouse steak to go. See you guys later. Let's pull out this London broil. It's been 10 hours. Let's see how it looks. Look at that. Just cut it with a fork. It barely stays together even on the fork. Needs a little salt. And that is good. But I'm telling you, after the night I had, I started thinking about one of these ribeyes I had in the freezer. This fat, delicious, beautiful ribeye. And I'm going to cut this fat into little squares so that I can cook them separately from the ribeye. And they'll come out like little popcorn Crispies of fat and juice. Oh, it's so delicious. Let me go ahead and get the air fryer going. Katie's going to have some of this London broil. She's very looking forward to that. It looks like it's real crispy on top, but it's not. It's actually soft. You can see I can poke right through it very easily. And you can just cut this meat with the side of your fork. So tender. So if you're looking for a lean cut, this is a good lean cut too. And the underside of the meat, I actually just flipped it all over in there. The underside looks nice and juicy and tender also. I'm going to make her some eggs to go with that. But I'm going to first cut this open so I can get some salt on it. Get it going in this air fryer from frozen. You know the way I love my steaks. I'm going to cut this fat up real quick. That'll be alright. 5-second rule. Let's get some salt on that fat. Wish I could rip the beeper out of this thing. Just for the purposes of the video, I know it drives some of y'all nuts. 24 minutes should be enough. Hey Siri, set a timer for 12 minutes. Life is good. Life is good when you get to work a nice hard job, come home, have a delicious steak. It just doesn't get any better in my opinion. Alright, let's flip this over. Look at those little pieces of fat. They've shrunken up, but they're nice and crispy. I mean, I could just take this out of here like this. That was one of the meatier pieces, but absolutely delicious. Those little fat Crispies, that's the way to eat a steak. Especially if you can't deal with the soft fat in the steak. Now, I don't mind it so much, but my wife is bothered by it. And the only problem is when I cook them this way, I want to eat all of them. I don't want to share the fat. I already don't want to share the fat, but I will. It's just so delicious. They're ready. Want to take those out before they lose all their juice. Perfect. That's the way you want to eat your fat. If you don't like that soft look to them, because these are, especially if they sit for just a moment and cool off, it'll be like chewing on a piece of popcorn, but it'll taste a whole lot better than popcorn. It's juicy on the inside. Oh, so good. So good. There the food is ready. So let me take it out. I don't want to waste any of this delicious fat, so I'm going to pour it right on top of this steak. Shut up, crack. Thing. Air fryer. Alright, there we go. Beautiful ribeye steak. We'll take a look at it once it's done sitting. I'm going to go cook some eggs real quick. Love those nice hard shells you get when you have good eggs. Healthy chickens. Let's take a look at it while we're waiting on these eggs. Beautiful. The lighting is horrible in here. You can't see it very good, but it's very pink in the center. This is absolutely the way to end a rough work day. It's so good eating this way, living this way. I just love it. And if you need to make a change, Lion Diet meat might be for you. At the very least, carnivore diet, which is basically what I'm doing now that I've added eggs and butter and milk to my diet. I'm amazed that I can have those things, because I really couldn't have them before, especially milk and butter. But now my body's different, and I love it this way. Well, I'm going to wrap this up so I can take these eggs off. I got to get to some eating and some sleeping. I'll see you guys later.
If we pay extra, could we maybe get some grease or fat?